Finally tonight, using high-tech profits to create social change in India. Fred DeSam Lazaro of Minnesota's Twin Cities Public Television reports.
India is a land of extreme contrasts, in which medieval poverty is the neighbor of the world's most modern industry. Now, some who've made their fortunes are using their wealth to try to bring all of the country into the modern world. That effort is clear at Infosys in the southern city of Bangalore. From the main conference room, this software and information services company can be connected instantly by TV monitor to 24 locations around the world, according to CEO N.R. Narayan Murthy.
City.
To make sure it's not isolated, Infosys supports a number of healthcare and education charities. It also employs some 400 women from neighboring villages to maintain the campus.
For a company that has invested a lot of money, several tens of millions of dollars in technology, it was very easy to introduce technology for cleaning. But we said, no, we have to make a difference to the context. So we invited these women from villages nearby who come every day and clean the campus.
Abraham George, who's lived in the U.S. since the 1960s, is a good example of this new philanthropy.
I don't think everybody can be the Mother Teresas of the world. I mean, you need Mother Teresas of the world, but you also need institutions that bring about change. And what I have learned from America is some of those business values, after all, they are the ones that I was practicing.
George sold his New Jersey-based software company a few years ago. He decided to attack one of India's most intractable paradoxes. A country second only to the U.S. in the number of engineering graduates, India does not provide even basic education to half its children. Only 1/3 of female children become literate. The problem is age-old with deep roots in a laddered, caste-conscious society. So in a gated campus in rural South India, George opened Shanti Bhavan, or House of Peace, a boarding school for which no expenses were spared. So far, that's totaled $15 million. With the finest teachers and amenities, Shanti Bhavan rivals India's most exclusive academies, which cater to the wealthy and powerful. This school also has a means test, but quite unlike the others. Only the poorest get in.
You know, these children, they come from the bottommost segment of the society, the so-called untouchables, and in India they call them the scheduled castes. You know, they live in a small hut, sometimes a 10 feet by 10 feet room, no cooking facilities. They cook outside. They've never seen a piece of paper, never used a pen at age 4.
The 120 children were all admitted as preschoolers. So far, the oldest group has reached grade 4. Shanti Bhavan will grow and add classes until it reaches 12th grade or high school, adding about 20 new preschoolers each year. Besides a safe dormitory, the children get clothing, nutritious meals and health care, a worship center that is strictly non-denominational, and birthday celebrations.
Happy birthday, dear Kavita. Happy birthday to you.
This school will produce some of the brightest, some of the best future leaders of the society. That's my hope, and they will be ready for not just India, but for the world market. They could be employed by IBM India, they could be employed by IBM New York. Doesn't matter where they go for their jobs.